Okay, can you see my screen here?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start with last week's tutorial. I'm going to run through all the questions one by one, okay? Okay, question one, calculate the present value. Calculate the present value of 100 ringgit, which will be received in 5 years, assuming the discount rate is 10%. So we know straight away that this is a compound discount question, okay? So the first thing is to always draw a timeline. So they ask you to calculate the present value. So you don't know what is P. The present value of RM100. That means this is the future value. So your future value is 100 ringgit, okay? Which will be received in 5 years. So this you will receive in 5 years. This is zero, okay? So you know that the discount rate is 10%. So we know that from our formula, we know that future value is present value into 1 plus I to the power of n. Now we want to find present value. So present value is fv into 1 plus I to the power of negative n, okay? So now we just have to put in the values. Future value is 100 into 1 plus, our I is 10%, assuming the discount rate is 10%. They didn't tell you what is the compounding rate. So what is the compounding, how many times is being compounded, okay? So therefore we assume it is per annum. Okay, so it's per annum, it is over 1. So 10% is also equivalent to 0.1. 0.1. So this is 0.1 to the power of negative n. N is the number of years, okay? Compounding is once a year times 5. 1 times 5 is 5, okay? So when you solve this using your calculator, you'll get 62 ringgit and 9 cents. Okay, so this is a simple question. I hope everybody got this right, okay? Okay, question 2. Solan has won a lottery worth this much, okay? And as per the terms, he will be receiving the winnings as yearly payouts of 2,500 ringgit for the next 4 years, okay? Drawing our timeline, okay? So this is now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is in years. He will get as yearly payouts of 2,500. So here he will get 2,500 ringgit. Second year, another 2,500 ringgit. Third year, another 2,500 ringgit. And the fourth year, another 2,500 ringgit. Okay. Calculate the present value. You want to calculate present value of the lottery winnings if the effective discount rate is 5%. Okay. Effective discount rate means the discount for the year. Effective discount rate. Okay. So we are going to find the present value. If you add all this 2,500, you add together, this will give you a total of 10,000. Okay. So he actually won 10,000 today. Okay. He actually won 10,000 today, but he is being paid over the years 2,500. Although it totals up to 10,000, we want to calculate the present value and see if it's really worth 10,000 today. Because as you know, the worth of money changes over time. So in 4 years, 2,500 may not be the same value. So that is why we want to calculate the present value, okay? So we want to calculate the present value of this, the present value of this, the present value of this, and the present value of this. To make our calculations easier, we write here PV1, PV2, PV3, and PV4. Okay, so we want to calculate the present values for each 2,500. So what is the formula that we are going to use? PV is equals to SV into 1 plus I to the power of negative n. Okay, so we are going to do it directly. Okay, so this is 2,500 into, for the first one, PV1 is 2,500 plus 1 plus our I is 5%, which is 0.05. So 0.05 to the power of, for the first 2,500, the time. The n is 1 year. Okay, so this is to the power of negative 1. Okay, plus for the second PB, PB2 is 2,500 into 1 plus 0.05 to the power of, this is 2, so this is negative 2, plus 2,500 into 1 plus 0.05 to the power of negative 3, plus 2,500 into 1 plus 0.05 to the power of negative 4. Okay, so this is actually PV1, PV2, PV3, and this is PV4. Okay. Okay, so when you add all this up to, when you calculate this, you will get 2080.95 plus 2267.57 plus 2159 0.76. So add it all up together, you will get 8,864 ringgit and 88 cent. Okay, so you can see that although Solan has won 10,000 today, but he has been paid 2,500 over 4 years to make it look like he actually got 10,000, but the actual money that he actually got is only 8,864 because the value of the money has changed over the years. So when we calculate it back to today's value, he only got this much of money. Okay. Can you understand this question? Any questions here?
No, madam.
Okay. Anybody got this right?
No. No.
Okay. Okay. So the important thing is to draw this timeline. Okay. Because calculations here, when you do the calculator, you may make mistakes. One small mistake and everything is wrong. Okay. So draw this diagram correctly. For this, it says you can have the marks. Okay. So to draw the diagram. At least here we know that you have calculated the present values and you've used the right formula. And also make it a habit to write down the formula first. Okay, question 3. Determine the nominal interest rate compounded quarterly. Compounded quarterly if the effective interest rate is 9% per annum. You know that the effective interest rate is R. So this question is about effective interest rate and nominal interest rate, the relationship between these two. You know, we already have a formula for this. Okay, so write down the formula. R is 1 plus K over M to the power of M minus 1. Okay, so we know that R here is 9%, which is 0.09. Okay, do we know M? What's our M?
4.
4, yes, compounded quarterly, so it's 4. So now we can put into our formula 0.09 is equals to 1 plus, we are finding K, determine the nominal interest rate. So we are finding K, okay? So K over 4 to the power of 4 minus 1, okay? So this is, if I just bring it on this side, 4 is equals to, take this side, will be 1.09, okay? So we are at this stage. Now how do we solve it?
Log.
Log. Yeah, there is 2 ways we can do this, okay? We can use log, okay? So we can take log both sides. That means we can do log 1 plus, it's actually log 10. The power of 4 is equals to log 1.09. This is, because this is the power, we can bring it to the front. 4 log 1 plus K over 4 equals to log 1.09. So log 1 plus K over 4 is equals to log 1.09 over 4. Okay, so if you do this in your calculator, you will get 0.0093 93566. Okay, so from here, this is log 1 plus k over 4. Okay, so 1 plus k over 4 is equals to, you're actually finding NT log, or you can put this is 10 to the power of 0.093566. Okay, so you can do all this in the calculator. From all this, you can do straight in the calculator. Okay, so from here, you will get k over 4 is equals to 0.02178. So k equals to this thing times 4 will be 0.08712. Change this to percentage will be 8.71%. Okay, so this is the way you use log. All these steps, okay, all these steps, this one, all you can do in a calculator straight away to get this answer here. Okay, it can be easily done. You don't have to show all these steps one by one. From here, you can go straight to k over 4 is how much, and then there where how much is k. Or there's another way of solving this. The other way is you have a power 4 here. If you want to remove this 4, you must multiply this by 1 over 4. So if you multiply the left-hand side with 1 over 4, you must also multiply the right-hand side with 1 over 4. So this also equals to 1 plus k over 4 equals to 1.09 to the power of 1 over 4. Okay. We have multiplied both sides with 1 over 4. Okay. Okay. So when you have it like this, you can use your calculator. So you have k over 4 is equals to, use your calculator, calculate this, and then minus 1, you will get 1.021778. Sorry. We already minus the 1, 0. So k is equals to 0.0871. Change this to percentage. It is okay. So this is your answer. So when you finish already, don't just leave the calculation like that. Okay, you must write down your final answer. Okay, so the nominal rate is 8.71% per annum. Okay, so that's your final answer. So when you do this kind of questions, it's not just the calculations that are important. In between all the explanations that you want to write is also important. Okay. Okay, so I think you can do this question because it's just substituting into the formula. The only problem that you may have is in the process skills, how you calculate all this. Okay, so you can do two ways, either using the log or just using the index formula. Okay, this way of course is much easier, but some questions you have to use log. Okay, any questions regarding for question 3?
No.
Okay, thank you. Okay, number 4. You are interested in investing in either project A or project B. Project A fetches 10% interest compounded monthly, and project B fetches 10.1% interest compounded semi-annually. So now they're asking you which project is better. By just looking at the interest, you cannot tell which is better. You cannot say 10.1 is more because the number of times is calculated is different. Okay, so therefore we must change all these interest rates into effective annual interest rates. Effective rates are based annually, so we can compare them. Okay, so we're going to change them into effective interest rate. Let's do project by project. Okay, so for project A, the effective interest rate is calculated using the formula. Okay, so this is 1 plus k here is 10%. So 0.1 over, what's our M for project A? Compounded monthly. Therefore, M is 12 to the power of 12 minus 1. Okay, solve this, you get 0.1047, which is 10.47%. Then we do for project B. Okay, project B, R equals to 1 plus K over M. So this is 1 plus. Here it is 10.1, so 0.101. Okay, 101 over M here is
2.
2, yes. M is 2, okay. Minus 1, which is 0.10355, which is 10.36%. So from here, we can see that this is our conclusion. We have to write that. Don't stop it just with calculation, okay? So project A is better than project B because the effective interest rate is higher. Okay, higher than project B. Okay, so this is your conclusion. This is your conclusion. You must give your conclusion. Okay. Okay, question 4.
Okay.
Okay, madam.
Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, question 5. If a bank pays 7.2% interest compounded monthly, what is the effective interest rate? Effective interest rate is R. Okay, so you know that the bank pays 7.2% interest compounded monthly. When they give you like this is the nominal interest rate. From here, we know that K is 7.2% compounded monthly. Okay, so that means K is also equal to 0.072. M is equals to compounded monthly, so M is 12. Okay, so put into the formula 1 plus K over M to the power of M minus 1. We have 1 plus 0.072 over M is 12 to the power of 12 minus 1. So you get 0.07442, which is also equivalent to 7. So effective interest rate equals to 7.44%. Okay. Yes, question 5. Okay, moving on to question 6. Okay, you expect to receive 10,000 as a bonus after 5 years on the job. You have calculated the present value of this bonus and the answer is 8,000. What discount rate did you use in your calculation? So you already know that you expect to receive this. That means this is what you're getting in 5 years, okay? After 5 years on the job. So the years is 0 to 5. You have calculated the present value and the answer is 8,000. So you know that the present value is 8,000. You already know this, but you don't know the discount rate. You know the time, okay? So from here, we know the present value is 8,000. Future value is 10,000. We don't know, we want to calculate. T is 5 years, okay? Okay, knowing all this, using our future values formula, equals to 1 plus I to the power of n. So this is 10,000 is equal to 8,000. 1 plus I to the power of n. N is 5, okay? Okay, now we want to solve this. How do we solve this? Okay, so 1 plus I to the power of 5 is equivalent to, this is a calculator, 1.25, okay? Okay, now how do we solve it? What's the next line? Using the index method. Anyone?
1.25 power to 1 over 5.
Okay, correct. So 1 plus I is equals to 1.25 to the power of 1 over 5. So this one we can do in our calculator. So I is equals to 1.25 to the power 1 over 5 minus 1. Straight away use a calculator, we will get 0.04564, which is 4.56%. Okay, so don't forget to write your answer. The discount rate is 4.56%. Okay. Okay. So it's just a matter of ask me, what is it?
Sorry for interrupting, madam.
Yeah.
10,000 tu kiranya bonus sahaja, tak termasuk dalam gaji dia, madam.
Sebab dia tak cakap tentang gaji, dia hanya cakap tentang bonus sahaja. Okay, so you expect to receive as a bonus. And then you have calculated the present value of this bonus. Jadi dia hanya bincang tentang bonus saja, nothing to do with gaji at this point lah. Okay, so you're thinking very deeply. Okay.
I thought macam termasuk dengan gaji awal,
Yes.
jadi saya tolak dulu.
Yes, tonoin dia tolak. Okay.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, number 7. A future cash flow, future, they already tell you a future. So you must look for keywords like this, okay? A future cash flow of 3,000 is to be received after 5 years. So draw your timeline, okay? So this here is 3,000 and you know you're going to receive it after 5 years. Calculate the discount rate if the present value is assessed to be 2200. So they've given you present value and they've given you your future value. And you also know T is 5. So they're asking you for your discount rate. Okay. So put into the formula 1 plus I. And so your future value is 3,000. Present value is 2,200 into 1 plus I to the power of 5. So you'll get 1 plus I to the power of 5 is equals to 1. Actually, at the earlier stages of calculations, it is better if you don't round it up first, okay? So I is equals to 1.363636364 to the power of 1 over 5 minus 1. So you get 0.063995. So now you can round it up. So I is equals to 6.40%. Percentage, take 2 decimal places enough, okay? So therefore, the discount rate is 6.40%, okay? Okay, same question, question 8, similar, very similar, okay? Hilmi expects to receive a sum of 10,000 after 4 years. This is a future value, present value, okay? You're given the future value here, okay? This is future value, this is present value. Calculate the discount rate if the compounding is to be done semi-annually. The only difference here, what's the difference between these two questions? Anyone? Here they've given you the compounding. That means your formula PV into 1 plus I. This is the formula you used above, right? But now you are given the compounding already. So you have to change I to K over M. And this also becomes MT. Okay? So what you are finding is actually, what are you finding here in this formula? Do you know the future value? Future value is how much?
10,000
10,000.
10,000.
So what is 7,600?
PV.
Present
value.
What else do you know?
4 years.
What is
4
that?
years. T.
T is 4 years. Okay, what else do we know?
M.
Semi-annually.
Yes, M is
2.
2, correct. So what are we finding? We're finding
K.
K. Yes, we're finding K. So when you put into the question, you will have to solve it just like how you solved earlier lah. So the only difference between these two questions is here in question 8-7, they didn't tell you the compounding, how many times it's being compounded. Okay, so you just use I. When they tell you how many times it's being compounded, you must change your I to K over M. Okay, that's all. So your answer is actually K is equals to 1.98%. You can put in the values and calculate yourself. Okay. Okay, question 9. Your allowance of 190 ringgit got 11% compounded monthly for 1 2/3 years. What is it worth at the end of the term? What is it worth at the end of the term? What is it worth at the end of the term? That means they're asking you future value. You want to find future value. So that means this is your present value is 190. And 11% compounded monthly. This is your K value, 11% for 1 and 2/3 years. So from here, we know that present value is 190. Future value, we don't know. We know that K is 11%, which is 0.11. M is compounded monthly, so M is 12. T is 1 and 2/3 years, which is 5/3 years. So this is what we call by a fraction, time in fraction. Okay, so this is 5/3 years. Okay, so now put into the formula. So how much is the N? N will be N 20, yeah? Yes, so it's 5/3 times 12, which is 20. Okay, so N is 20. So you calculate that, you will get 228.04. Okay. Okay, question 10. Your 3-year investment of 20,000 received 5.2% interest compounded semi-annually. What is your total return? Question 10, very direct. You know that this is your present value. This is your K is 5.2% compounded semi-annually. M is 2. This is your K, 0.052. They're asking you to find your future value. So if you have everything here, you also given your 3-year investment. Okay, so T is equals to 3. Therefore, N is equals to 2 times 3, which is equals to 6. Put everything into the formula. I here, you can use, since you know K and M, use K over M. Okay, MT, or you can straight away use N. Okay, put into the formula and get your answer, which is 23329.97. Okay, this is question 10. Question 10 is very direct. Okay, question 11. You borrowed 1,690 for 5.5 years. So your T is 11/2 years. Okay, use fractions. You borrowed this much for this many years at 5.7% compounded semi-annually. What total will you pay back? That means this is not to discount. This is you borrowed this much. Here you borrowed 1,690 for 5.5 years at 5.7% compounded semi-annually. Okay. So they're asking you here, what is the future value? This amount is what you're going to pay back, the future value. Okay. So just put into the formula and calculate same thing. Okay. So you will get RM2302.15. Okay. Any questions to ask so far?
No, madam.
Okay. So let's go move on to question 12. Question 12. If you deposited 8,000 into an account paying 7% annual interest compounded quarterly, how long until there is 12,400 in your account? So your future value is 12,400. Present value is 800. Your K is 7%, which is 0.07. Compounded quarterly, therefore M is 4. Okay, what are they asking you to find?
T.
T, yes. You don't know T, okay? So using the same formula, okay? 1 plus PV. Because you want T, so you have to write this MT, yeah? So you know that the future value is 12,400 equals to 8,000 into 1 plus K is 0.07 over M is 4. And here is, what's up here? What's our N?
40.
40, yes, okay. This question, you cannot use okay, so when you solve this, you will get 1.0175 to the power of 4t is equals to 1.55. Okay, this question you cannot use the exponent method, you need to use the log method. Okay, you take log both sides and solve it. Okay, so you have 4t log 1.0175 is equals to log of 1.55. So 4t is log 1.55. You can do this straight away in the calculator. Okay, so 4t is equals to 25.26163279. Therefore, t is 6.32 years. Okay. So when you do the questions, you just need to identify what is given and what you need to find. Put everything to the formula, substitute everything to the formula and calculate. Okay. All right. It is a good idea to write down, to draw this timeline and also to write down everything that's given to you. Okay.
Madam,
Yeah.
I just want to ask, why when I use calculator, log 1.55 per log 1.0175, I got the different answer.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Let me check 1 minute.
If use division, I'll get this answer 25.
Did you get log 1.55 divided by, what is your answer?
Kalau saya guna log 1.55, saya guna kalkulator, saya dapat 1.3 lebih. Kalau
Okay.
saya guna bahagi, dapat sama jawapan dengan madam. Saya
Bahagi macam mana?
bahagi tu log 1.55 bahagi log 1.0175.
Itu
Dapat
caranya.
jawapan. Oh.
So this is actually this whole thing. Okay, this whole, you must find log of this. Cari dalam calculator dulu. Then you must type in bahagi and then bahagi this value. Okay, then only you will get this answer. Because this is log divide by log. So it's two different things. It's just the same as you find this, write down the number here, divide by, find this, write down the number here and divide. Same thing, okay? So calculator, one thing about calculator, like if you can do directly, do directly. If you cannot do directly, do step by step. So you don't make a mistake, okay?
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Okay, number 13.
Madam,
Yes.
another question.
Okay.
If I only put 6.3 years, is it correct?
6.3.
Uh-uh.
Yes, it's okay. At the very last step, you can put 6.3 lah. It's okay.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Okay. Number 13, at 6% annual interest compounded monthly, how long will it take to double your money? What's the answer? Okay, the answer is 11.6 years. How many of you got this correct?
Me, madam.
Who's me? I want to see who's me. Who said just now? Okay, who else got it? Correct. Sharifah got it correct, huh? Is it? How many of you got it correct? Okay. Okay, let's go back to. Okay. When this kind of question, sometimes you will see how long will it take to triple your money. Okay. So it depends. So if you start with 50 ringgit, that means they're asking you how long will it take for your money to become 100. If you start with 100 ringgit, they're asking you how long is the time for your money to become 500. If you start with 1,000, how long does it take for it to become 2,000? So you can start with any value you want. So your present value can be 50, future value can be 100, present value can be 100, future value can be 200, present value can be 1,000, future value can be 2,000. So you can put any value for present value and just double it for future value. Or you can just put a variable. How long does it from X to become 2X or Y to become 2Y? You can use a variable here, okay? So now they're asking you, this is your present value and you want to make it into 2X. How long does it take for your money to double at 6% annual interest compounded monthly? Okay. So from here, you know that K is 0.06, M is 12, okay? T is, we don't know, this is what we want to find, okay? So using our formula, future value is present value into 1 plus K over M into MT, yeah? Because I know K and we know M, so I'm changing the I straight away to K over M, okay? So here future value is 2X. I can even put 2,000 here and present value I can put 1,000, okay? It will still give me back 2, okay? I can put X here, 1 plus K is 0.06 over 12 to the power of MT. Our M is 12T, we don't know, so this is 12T. Okay, so we solve this. So you have 2 is equals to 1.005 to the power of 12T. So 12T log 1.005 is equals to log 2. So 12T is equals to log 2 over log, you tell me what's the answer here. What is log 2 over log 1.005?
$138.98.
138.98. Okay, all right. So I'm just taking the longer version now. Okay. So therefore, T is 11.6 years. Okay. So therefore, it takes 11.6 years to double my money. Okay. So this much time it takes to double the money. Okay. So if they ask you, how long does it take to triple your money? If they ask you triple, okay. Triple means you have to go from X to 3X. Okay. Present value is X means future value will be 3X. Okay. Okay, any questions regarding this? I think we have done one example during class, same type of question. Okay, so you finished with question 13, now question 14. Okay, this question you need to draw it out, okay? Ravi invested 9,000 at 8% compounded monthly. The invested amount will be distributed equally to his 3 children when they reach 20 years of age, okay? If Ravi's children are 14, 17, and 19 today means at time 0, okay? how much will each child receive upon maturity of the investment? Okay, so for this, let's draw this timeline first so that we can see easily. Okay, so he is going to, okay, let's say this is 0. His children are 14 years, 17 years, and 19 years. And you know that he's going to invest until they are 20 years of age. So for 14 years means another how many years to go? Another 6 years, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 14 years means until here becomes 20 years old. 17 years will be another 3 years to go to become 20 years. And 19 will be another 1 year to become 19. That means when this first child, okay, this child 1, when this child 1, child 2, and child 3, okay. So when child 1 becomes 20 years of age, this child will be paid, say, RMX. When child 2 reaches 20 years of age, child 2 will be paid RMX. When child 3 reaches 20 years of age, also will be paid X. They will be paid the equal amount. All of them will get an equal amount, but when each one of them reach 20 years of age. Okay, so how much did he invest? He invested 9,000. Okay, so now we want to find how much did each child receive. So we need to form an equation of value. Okay, we want to find how much each child will receive today. Okay, how much is it if we compare to the 9,000 today? So we want to form an equation of value. Okay, so for X, we want to find the present value 1 here. Here we want to find the present value 2. Here we want to find the present value 3. Okay, we know that present value 1 plus present value 2 plus present value 3 must equal to 9,000. Okay, because he's investing 9,000 today. That is the present value he's investing. Whatever they get in the future, if you change it to the present value, it must all sum up to 9,000. So what is PV1? PV1 for child 1, we are using the formula PV is SV into 1 plus I to the power of negative N. Okay, so PV1 is X, SV is X, X into 1 plus what is this? Interest at 8% compounded monthly. So 0.08 over 12 to the power of negative what for the first child?
Negative 6.
Why negative 6?
Negative 12.
72.
72.
72. For the first child,
12.
Why 12? Anyone can tell me why is it 12?
The year is only 1 year.
Yes.
And then darab 12.
Okay.
Monthly.
Okay. So this you okay. Okay. That's correct, but that's the wrong child. Okay, that's child 1. That's child 3. Child 3, right? So now we're doing child 1 will be 6 years times 12. 6 times 12 is 72, correct? This is here N is 6 times 12. Here N is 3 times 12. Here N is 1 times 12. Okay. So plus child 2. That the one earlier answer was correct. Only thing different child. Okay. Second one will be 1 plus 0.08 over 12 this will be 36, negative 36 plus x into 1 plus 0.08 over 12 to the power of negative 72, and all this is equivalent to 9,000. Okay, so if you write a little bit smaller, we can write one sentence lah. Okay, so from here we know that x into 0.92, you calculate later, plus x into 0.787245 plus x into 0.619755 equals to 9,000. Okay, so 2.330358x is equals to 9,000. Therefore, x is equals to 3,862 and 7 cents. Okay, so this is what each child will get. Okay, child 1 will get this amount in 6 years time. Child 2 will get this same amount in 3 years time, and child 3 will get the same amount in 1 year time. Okay, so when you add 3,862 and 7 cents times 3 is definitely more than 9,000. Okay, that is because it is in the future already collect interest. Okay, so this is what the question is actually asking. I know many of you didn't understand this question. So you should, sometimes we think a little bit logically. Okay, so we know that you invest 9,000. In the future, everybody must get the same. So when you bring it to the present value, it must equals to 9,000. So therefore, this is an equation of value question. Just that it's been written differently. Okay. Okay, any questions?
Madam,
Yeah.
I cannot understand. Dia nak present value ke nak future value?
Actually, dia nak future value. So this answer is actually future value, what they are getting in the future value. Tapi untuk cari future value, kita kena sebab kita hanya tahu the present value. Jadi kita nak tahu setiap pelajar itu, setiap anak tu, dia how much they get today in the present value, how much will they get. So we are calculating the present value for what they are supposed to get in the future, dan kita samakannya dengan 9,000. Okay, because we only know the present value, we don't know how much they're getting in the future. But we also know that they're all getting the same amount. Everybody is getting X. How much is X? So kita kena tarik ke present value dan samakannya dengan 9,000.
So X2 present value or future value?
Future value. X is the future value.
I try to digest dulu lah.
Okay, go digest it. Okay, number 15. Last question, okay. A debt of 6,000 matures at the end of the third year, and another of 9,000 at the end of the fifth year. Okay, so we know this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's take a 6 years here. So at the end of the third year, we have you must pay this at the end of third year, 6,000, and then at the end of the fifth year, have to pay another 9,000. You want to settle your debt through 2 equal payments. Okay, at the end of the fourth year, you want to pay here 1 RMX, and you want to pay another time here RMX. Both of these are equal payments, that's why they are both XX. Okay, so now they're asking you, what is the amount of this payment? How much is X? At 6% interest compounded semi-annually, using the 6th year as your focal date. That means this is your focal date. That means pull everything to your focal date. Okay, so this from here to here, you have 6,000 here, you're going to the right, so you are going to find the future value. Okay, let's say this FV1. Here, also finding F future value. 9,000 also we are finding the future value. X here is already at the 6th year, so we don't have to find the future value. Okay, so I'm going to put it straight into the equation. Okay, so X plus what is FV2? FV2 is equals to FV1 plus FV3. Okay, so X plus FV2 is X into 1 plus, what's our interest just now? Interest is 6% interest compounded semi-annually. So this is 0.06 over 2. Okay, X here is, how many years is this? How many years is this? What is the N here? N is, what do you write up here? What is M? M is 2. T is, was from X here to here is 2 years. So 2 times 2 is 4. Is equals to FV1. FV1 is for 6,000. So 6,000 into 1 plus 0.06 over 2 to the power of 6,000. T is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 9,000 into 1 plus 0.06 over 2 to the power of 9,000 is 1 year away. So 1 times 2 is 2. Okay. So solve this, you have 2.125509x is equals to plus this 2. Solve this and plus this 2, you get 1.6. If we can show a few more steps, it's okay also. Okay, so x will be 7862.78. Okay, so actually you have to pay 6,000 in the 3rd year and 5,000 in 9,000 in the 5th year. Together, actually, you have to pay 15,000. But now you are making 2 payments of 7,862. It's less than 15,000. Okay, it's a bit more than 15,000. Huh? Okay, so this is the amount that you're going to pay in the 4th year and in the 6th year. This is quite direct question, equation of value. Huh? So if you draw this timeline, then you can see, I saw a lot of you got this correct. Okay, many of you drew this correctly and calculated correctly. Lah. Any questions here? Any questions?
No.
Okay.
No matter.
Okay. So now I have 2 things more that I want to do. Actually, I have to start with the next topic. Okay. So let's look at your RMK first. Okay, so this is your RMK here. Okay. So we have finished simple interest and we have finished all this. Okay, simple interest, all this we finished already. Okay, equivalent range, discounted value calculation, all this we've done through our through the example. So this whole topic is already done. Okay, so now we are moving on. This topic 1, we haven't done this. That's why some of the calculations are a little bit difficult for you. Okay, this topic is postponed. Okay, postponed to the last topic. So after this, we're doing annuities. Okay, annuity, and then followed by amortization of loan. These 2 topics is necessary for you for your assignment. Also topic 5 also, but I don't know whether we will have time to finish topic 5 before you hand in your assignment. But topic 3 is very important. So that's why I'm going to go straight into topic 3. Okay, you have 1 quiz after topic 1 and 2. After topic 1 and 2, you're supposed to have quiz 1 here. Okay, this is quiz 1. After topic 3 is quiz 2. Okay, so I think quiz 1, we will postpone it. When we finish topic 1 later, then we do quiz 1 for topic 1 and 2. Okay, so now when we finish topic 2, we will, topic 3, we will do quiz 2 first. Okay, so